Okay, so have you recently lost your job?
Is your business suffering?
And are you stuck and lost about where to go from here?
Hi, I'm Natalia. I'm a life and business strategist and a certified wellness coach with the International Association of Wellness Professionals, the IAWP.
And my name is Tania and I'm a master wellness coach with the IAWP as well, and my focus is primarily on stress management.
Now, Tanya and I, we both came into the IAWP from totally different industries. I came from wealth management. Tanya came from the travel industry. And we want to share with you our stories because we found ourselves in a transition, and life just happens sometimes. Now, COVID has created a lot of change and almost forced us into transition, especially for those of us who've gotten made redundant, or we just find ourselves in completely new territory when it comes to our career. And our career is where, we get a lot of satisfaction. We spend a lot of our time. It's how, we make money. It's how, which is the tool for just about anything. But what we really wanted to focus on is, we want to address that there's a lot of panic. There's people that have lost their passion for doing the things that they used to love. They're stressed, they're feeling worried, they're lost. So I'll tell you a little bit about my story, and then Tanya's going to tell you a bit about hers. But I was in the wealth management industry for 11 years, and I came to a point. I'd finished my MBA, my CPA. And I'd come to a point where my body was just screaming at me. It was like, Nat, you have tons of headaches, you have hip pain, you're tired all the time. And I knew something had to change, or else I didn't even know what to think about that. And so I found the IAWP because I wanted to do my own wellness reset. I wasn't actually even thinking about getting into the wellness industry, but I knew how important it was. And because I had business training and wellness training and coaching, I knew that these were going to be transferable skills wherever I went. So that was a little bit about how I found the IAWP. Tanya, you came from
Okay, I came
travel.
from the travel industry, taking people around Spain and Portugal, and very stressful job. And I realized that I needed to do something about to cope with manage my own stress and take my health really more seriously. So I decided to train with the IWP, and the beauty of it is that the idea was to transition my job completely, because I was getting tired of traveling all the time. Travel was becoming massified. It was just like I didn't want to be in that industry anymore. I've been doing it for 28 years. So I decided that I wanted to change, and it wasn't a change that happened because it was imposed on me. It was a change. I had a personal health issue, but it was something that I decided to make a big change. So that was kind of from an outside point. And I think what's happening to a lot of people today is, you've been forced out of it, and we're here to give a little bit of hope as far as, there is possibility of doing something else and looking at your transferable skills and what is it that I'm good at. So I've always enjoyed dealing with people, and I've wanted to take care of my own health. And what I've been able to do now is to really combine, even though travel's not possible, but I'm doing retreats and I'm doing organization, so all the organizational skills, and so all of the other skills that I've learned in the travel industry, I'm applying them to a large extent in this. So what I'm thinking is that a lot of people who have lost their jobs and who are at a crossroads, or just feeling really unhappy where you're at the moment, and maybe even looking at the possibility of trying to find a new career. And I think what it is really looking at what are you passionate about, and what is it that passion that can help others. So it doesn't really matter in what industry you're in, and maybe if you're interested in a health and wellness industry, then what you can teach. For example, that I'm bringing in health and wellness into corporate work, into the retreats, into even I've got some clients who are going through divorce and bringing wellness into the divorce place so that they're in a better place and learning through this process.
Yeah, it's amazing what you can do when you choose to see things as opportunities. absolutely go through the process and feel all of the feels, right? Because you don't want to, I'm not saying like losing your job is fun by any means. Neither is having your whole business model have to change. There's a lot of, brick and mortar businesses that have had to go online, and some of them have embraced it and they're finding the passion again, and some of us have had to just think really outside the box, go back to what we used to love doing, and like Tanya said, finding remembering that you have transferable skills. Like, I work with entrepreneurs. I've always loved the business side of things. I've always loved helping people. And so I've found a way to merge the two, wealth management, wellness, running a business. These are just two examples, and really hard hit industries right now, actually. And so we want to give you that hope. We want to give you that motivation and almost that perspective to see that this too will pass.
Yeah.
And if you're looking to get into the wellness industry, because there's a lot of people that need our help. Mental health is becoming even more magnified. And, if you want to talk about the IAWP, if you want to talk about coaching, any of that, feel free to reach out to us or comment in the comments below and share with us what you're struggling with, because this is a conversation that we want to open up and that we want to have and we want to encourage, because we are on this journey together, and we're all better when we're together and when we're able to lift one another up. And I think the IAWP has certainly done that and been that community for me.
I think Nat, one of the things that is probably common with all of the students, and as a student, I think it's been a dual process. It's not only that we're learning so that we can help others, the actual personal transformation that you go through in the training with the IAWP is phenomenal. And I think this is one of the beautiful things about this training. It's very personalized, and you go through a huge personal transformation yourself. And then you're able to maybe even go back into that industry that you've come from, where you've got the connections, you've got the contacts. How many nurses, how many teachers, how many any profession you can bring wellness into those professions. So if you want to just contact either Nat or myself, or contact directly the IAWP, and I'm sure you won't regret it. So if you are in those crisis mode and you don't see any, future, and I just want to end on it, that the Chinese word for crisis it's a two characters, and one is danger and the other one is opportunity. And I think that if we're focusing always on the danger side of it, how are we going to pay the bills, and how are we going to do this, and how are we going to do that, whereas if focusing on the opportunity, let's see what opportunities, and we just focus on that, and those are the opportunities that will grow in your lives.
Yeah, absolutely. So thank you so much for being with us today. We wish you so much love, and don't worry, everything's going to work out.
Yeah. Have a beautiful day.